So this is to document a seemingly common issue with the Galaxy S9 and USB audio on head units like this. This is a Pioneer MVH X390BT, and it supports USB audio for Android devices, specifically something called AOA 2.0, which stands for Android Open Accessory. And I'm going to demonstrate a problem, again, with the S9 not being able to use USB audio on units like these. Now, to suss out any possible gotchas on this, I have a third-party USB 3.0 cable. I have a USB 2.0 OEM cable that came with the S9. And I have a LG OEM cable. And somewhere in here, I have a micro USB cable because we need one for an LG G4. So the phones I'm going to be using are that aforementioned G4, a Moto G6, and the S9. So let's get our micro USB out. This is the one that came with a RAV Power battery bank. So let's go ahead and turn on the head unit by way of turning the key. Turns on. I'm going to go ahead and bring it over to USB. And I'm going to go ahead and try the S9 first. And I will try it first with the OEM cable, just so you guys can get a better look at the OEM cable. Plug that in. USB superposition. Unlock the S9. Bring up Spotify. I'm going to go ahead and queue up a song. I'm going to go ahead and queue up a song that is not copyright. It's currently playing out to Bluetooth, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off Bluetooth just to make sure. As you can see here, make sure that's off, so there's no connection to the head unit. Plug it in. Cancel. And you can see it's just endlessly cycling over and over. And it's kind of losing its mind here. That number's for Walgreens, so I mean, I don't care if anybody sees that, but yeah, it's just gonna lose its mind. So let's go over to the Moto G6. I'm actually gonna very quickly have to turn on my hotspot real quick because this has no data right now. And there's a bunch of notifications I want to clear before we do this. Let's bring up Spotify on this little guy here. Jesus. Alright. No. Play on this phone. Play on this phone, please. So as we can hear, it is playing from the phone. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. It's going to give me a message about, I don't have the app installed, but you don't need it. And as you can see, it's coming through the head unit just fine now. Everything works. I can hit back, and it'll work like it should. And it even works with on-device stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to Shuttle. I'm blind as all hell right now, and I have, I believe, one song loaded on here. Actually, no, I have the whole artist. So let's go ahead and play something here. And as you can see, it works just fine. So that's to prevent a copyright claim. I'm going to turn that off. So, Moto G6 works. Let's try the G4. Again, USB superposition. G4 thankfully is on the very same network, so this should work. Go ahead and plug it in. doing it again. The G4 is kind of finicky with this. There we go. And there we go. It's working just fine. So, just to point out, so this cable does work. So let's just come back to the S9 by using a little thing here. I'm going to go ahead and just demonstrate one more time with the Moto G6 that this will actually work. And as you can hear, we're back to it again. And I can go ahead and switch off to Spotify. I can switch between apps pretty much effortlessly here. So, let's try this with the S9 one more time. And again, just get that good old message, and it's just going to keep perpetually popping up. So, to answer some questions before people kind of just accuse me of not trying them, I have enabled developer options. I have chosen to have this as an audio device. It's an audio source. Does not work. I've changed all sorts of settings in here. Does not work. I have changed... Well, I can't even get a chance to change the USB audio settings because it keeps cycling on and off, over and over again. But just to show you, I'm going to go ahead and bring this back up. I'm going to turn this all the way down because I don't want to get a copyright claim again. And let's go ahead and come down to System, Developer Options. And as you can see, it also is running the very same Android OS 8.0. And for reference, this is running Marshmallow, and even then it still works. So let's go down here and find our USB settings. USB debugging is off. So as you can see, it properly auto-configured here. That's pretty much it. And I can show you once again that it's not going to work here. And it's just going to automatically start playing. That's one of the problems I have with Android over USB is it just doesn't know. When you unplug it, sometimes it'll just keep playing. Never had that issue with an iPhone. Anyway, beside the point, let's go ahead and go back to USB. And this time I'm going to select audio source. As you can see, it is selected now. And I'll plug it back in. And it just goes right back to MTP. And now it's not working at all. And just we'll try the LG OEM cable, because we have not tried that one yet, even though we've kind of proven it's not the cable. And it just doesn't work at all now until I go back to MTP. Just does the same thing over and over again. And it still happens even if you install the app. So don't tell me it's just you don't have the app installed. Let's try something different like PTP. Same thing. Now it's trying, you can actually see it is saying audio source now, but it's still looping, as you can see. So yeah. Now there have been people on a Samsung thread, or on a Samsung community thread, that think this may be because the S9 is looking for something called MirrorLink, and any device that doesn't support MirrorLink is just going to throw a tizzy fit. I don't know if that's the case. It may well be. I have yet to actually try this phone on a Android Auto head unit, so that's something I'm going to have to try. I do have access to one. I just have to, get to my friend's house to try it. Yeah, pretty much that's the issue. It will not work with any head unit when, I have two Android devices from very different eras that work just fine with it. So, apparently also this affects the S8 and Note 8 as well. They used to not be affected, but apparently now they are as of the more recent updates. So, if you want to chime in on that regard, go right for it. Any more information is appreciated always. And kind of just, I want to hold Samsung's feet to the fire on this one as well, because they just say contact your car manufacturer. But again, we've demonstrated that the problem is isolated to the S9 because we have two other phones that work just fine. So, there you go. It's pretty much the issue. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later.